And this summer, the NBA owners approving the $1.5 billion sale of the Minnesota Timberwolves, Shams.
How about that? An absolute steal. We're never going to see a team sold for $1.5 billion again, BA. And when you see a team selling like that, it means more investments are coming. The Wolves play in the second oldest arena in the NBA. So I'm told getting a new one built over the next decade is the next order of business for the Timberwolves.
Feels like the right time for an up-and-coming team. They were almost there last season. A look at Indiana's starting group. We've got Paul George, Obi Toppin out there with Tyrese Halliburton. Then there's Ivica Zubac, and it's Siakam in at the power forward position. And here's Toppin from the arc, and he buries his first look.
Toppin has become a good jump shooter who understands floor spacing.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. I wondered what Coach has in store for PG tonight. Hopefully a low-scoring game, Coach joked, going on to say, we'll throw some aggressive defenses his way, but we also have to play him well when he's off the ball. It's a tricky assignment, so Coach is aware this is going to be a challenge for his team. Back over to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Shannon. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
For Indiana, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Zubac with a screen on Edwards. Down low. And Zubac with the basket on the assist by Toppin.
Really hard to slow the roll of Zubac close to the bucket. He's big and he's tall.
A deep three from Ball. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And you talk to front office insiders, they'll tell you depth is a necessity for a winning team, Shams.
With more parity, that comes more competition. And I'm told front office executives are continuing to scout players that they feel bring that competitive drive, that desire, that will to want to play and compete on a nightly basis. Because these games this season gets long. It's not as frequent when you can just coast through games. You need some real horses to finish the race of the regular season.
Yeah, good point. DiVincenzo on the wing. Pass to Keels. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Here's the pick. Here's Edwards. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. George outside. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. 5th best, Minnesota.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. It's a three-point game. This their first chance to take a look at Indiana this season.
It's been a challenging quarter for them, and his offensive inconsistency is a driving factor.
And Siakam with the slam.
Boy, the power, the timing, a textbook move by Siakam.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Shams, I know you've had discussions with Commissioner Adam Silver about the league possibly expanding into Europe. Where does that stand?
Well, it's fluid, BA, and Commissioner Adam Silver and other league officials have been very clear to me. It's a process that's going to be measured in years, not necessarily months. There's definitely a sense they want to better serve those fans in Europe, start their own league out there that's NBA affiliated. And that's something the NBA is much more further along in exploring in the days, weeks, and months ahead, as opposed to expansion immediately.
Pass to Halliburton. And there's the rejection.
No, sir. Get it out of here. LaMelo using that long reach to deny that shot.
That one falls.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
Now here's Ball. What a tremendous game he played against the Lakers. And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul. And the Pacers making a change here. Here's Keels. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Edwards for three. And George with some nice D.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Misses the three. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. DiVincenzo to pass the ball. Here's Keels. He's guarded by Zubac. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air.
The circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. And Shams with younger teams like OKC taking the reins. New stars for fans to get acquainted with. Any concern there for the league?
You know, BA, I think the parity in all these young up-and-coming players is good, and it would probably be more of a concern if these young teams weren't as formidable. But listen, stars like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, they have had their heyday. You want to see that next generation of players ready to carry the mantle, whether that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, Cooper Flag, the list goes on.
And Minnesota with possession here after Indiana picked up the three with their last shot. George scanning the floor. Pass to Toppin. Fires from deep. Another three for Indiana.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Timberwolves trail by 8. It's Edwards on the wing. George defending. Here's Keels. Let's go with a three. It's rebounded by George.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Keels. He's guarded by Zubac. Keels misses.
They need everyone clicking here. Unfortunately, his game has gone the other direction.
And it's Alvarez missing.
He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
Ball outside. Three-pointer. Hits the trifecta. Ball's got 5.
He's just 2 for 7 from the field, trying to work his way into a rhythm.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
There was just no sense of urgency to hit the offensive glass. They have to be disappointed in the lack of second chance points.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
Catching up on the changes for Indiana. Walker, he's checked in for Zubac. Nimhart comes in for Toppin. And T.J. McConnell subbed in for Tyrese Halliburton. Here's Alvarez. Hits it. Now 2 of 6 from the field.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Ball way outside. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Keels. The fadeaway. It's rebounded by George.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Indiana shooting their first free throw of the evening. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the T-Wolves. Trailing by 10. Coming into this, having notched to win against the Lakers in their last game.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one. And that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And so it... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets. They are so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
And Indiana looking at who they've got. McConnell and Nimhart are in the backcourt. Walker out there with Paul George. And it's Alvarez in at the center.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And the league instituting an international flavor for this year's All-Star game, Shams. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, I'm told the league is really drawing inspiration from what we saw be a successful tournament in hockey. The NBA has been eager to increase the compete level for years now, so the U.S. versus the world format might just be the one to facilitate that this year.
Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. And here's Edwards outside. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
McConnell with it. Coming in off 12 points in his last outing. Lets it fly. And George gets it to go on the assist from McConnell. George has got 5 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Well, the Pacers are moving as one. Coach Rick Carlisle said the thing I love about this team is that we're a true team. We're a group that needs each other. We work at communication. We're collaborative. We make sure our guys have a voice, and we're all in it together. Back over to you guys.
They win by committee. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And a look now at the breakdown between 3s and 2s for the Pacers.
They've done a great job spreading out their offensive efforts, shooting from range and in close. That keeps the defense totally off balance.
McConnell passes to Alvarez. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Indiana shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. And Shams, you're on TV probably more than ever. Is that challenging? I mean, how often do you have to shave every day?
Yeah, BA, I always got to be camera ready. And in season, particularly with the Luka Doncic trade, that happened so late at night that I knew at 11 p.m. Central Time I had to be ready. And for me, of course, interacting with my sources and getting information is one thing, but being TV ready, being ready to be on camera, it keeps me busier than ever. I know I have to be ready 24/7, 365.
You always look good, Shams. You're always ready for TV, man.
BA, I'm just trying to be like you, man.
That's exactly what you want to see. Your big men playing big. Strong board.
Inside. Cuts off the pass. To the middle. They need this. And Ball throws it down.
Ball exploding off the floor for a big slam. Young fella's got some pretty good hops on him.
Indiana leading by 14. Pass to George. And he lobs it up top. And stolen by George over to help.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that?
And, guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Count it from distance. George has got 11. Well, we know about three-pointers, but rim threats provide that counterbalance too, Shams.
No doubt. Protecting the rim, playing defense, and playing with verticality, that's very, very important. And we saw a lot of draft picks going to mobile, athletic big men, guys who can protect and punish the rim while also being able to move their feet. You need to have a defensive presence down low.
There's so much ground to cover defensively in the NBA now. George, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Keels the pass to DiVincenzo. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. He's got 11.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Here's Keels. There's Ball with a three. Mello knocking down a three.
You can't give Ball any daylight out on the perimeter.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Some changes for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for George. And Tyrese Halliburton subbed in for McConnell. Here's Halliburton. 23 points for him last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
With 3 steals in the night, he helped them in a big way.
Here's Toppin. Oh, my! Throw it down!
Awesome.
Yes, sir, Obi Toppin. Very few better at throwing it down than him.
Pass to Keels. Here is DiVincenzo. Ball outside. The three is up. Sinks it from distance. Ball's got 8 here in this quarter. And even as the NBA enters the first year of its lucrative new broadcasting deal, Sham, still plenty of fixation on the ratings.
Yeah, BA, and we've heard directly from the league that it's part of the culture of the NBA to be self-critical. I mean, you look at the growth of the NBA year over year, perhaps that restlessness is part of the reason why the league is thriving in a lot of ways. They're going to continue to find innovative ways, whether it's their TV deals, innovations in social media, innovations with other platforms to continue to get the NBA out there.
Well, one thing we know, they listen and they never stand still.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Here's Keels. 9 points in the game and stolen by Nembhard. The finish!
Oh, man, I did not see that coming.
With authority.
Did he just do that?
Oh,
wow.
man.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Pass to Edwards. Stolen by Siakam. And now Indiana on the fast break. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Over the course of the game, he's been very accurate, doing some great stuff.
George, he's checked in for Indiana. Indiana shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Timberwolves trail by 11. Edwards looking it over. Three-pointer, no good. All right, Chomps, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, BA. Thank you.
And as always, Chomps with some great stuff there. I'll tell you what, this guy knows all when it comes to the NBA.
No doubt, Shams is the guy when you're looking for the inside scoop. So well connected and respected around the league. Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fella.
Now here's Halliburton. Give him 8 points now. Keels pulls it in.
Despite his struggles to heat up and get going, the lead still remains intact.
From deep, Halliburton, no good. And for Minnesota, they're shooting about 43% in this one. And there's the screen. Here's Shannon. Off target from three-point range. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Leave it up high. Siakam hammers it home.
Yeah, going up and finishing. Tremendous display of athleticism by Siakam.
Pass to Keels to the left side wing. Shannon connects from downtown. Shannon's got 6.
Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
And here's Toppin from the arc. That shot off the mark. And so it's the Indiana Pacers. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. Coach, what's the message that you're going to deliver to the guys in the locker room?
You know, we just got to maintain energy. We're playing against a team that's a really good team. We got to keep turnovers down. We got to rebound.
Energy is something you can control. Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Indiana Pacers.
They're completely in sync. It's like bees hive mind out there. Hear them, Kenny? Bzz, bzz.
Yeah, great passing, but much better in your bubble screen pressure.
And now an opportunity to check out the old social media feed. Here's a good one. Shaq Can't Dunk 32 wants to know, how do you guys deal with internet trolls?
Well, first of all, that's the most ridiculous name I've ever seen.
I thought it was pretty good, actually. I got a good chuckle.
Kenny, let me see your phone. Did you send that?
Jack, there's zero chance I'd ever let you touch my phone. No way.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And in today's NBA, it seems like everyone has a three-point shot, Clark. That didn't used to be the case.
You're exactly right, B.A. In the good old days, way back in the day, threes were mostly for specialists. It just shows you how much the game and the players have evolved.
We've got Edwards. He's out there with ball. And it's Shannon in at the four-man spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. To the paint. Zubac with the steal. Oh, got a piece of it. Edwards for three. Anthony Edwards reins one in.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a 3-level scorer.
Pass to Halliburton. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on ball.
You know, you don't like the foul, but if the alternative is giving up a dunk, it's an easy choice to make. I think it sets a tone for your defense around the rim. Make them earn it.
And both free throws good for Halliburton. Well, Clark, there are very few firsts in the NBA, but Tyrese Halliburton had one in 2025.
That's exactly right, and it was a historic first. I mean, he became the first player in the history of the league to have multiple 30-point, 15 assists, and 0 goose egg, bagel turnover games. I mean, he takes care of that orange and produces real orange juice because he squeezes it.
Here's ball after Indiana picked up the 3 with their last shot. Oh, that's offensive interference. Indiana leading by 16. Here's Halliburton. George passes to Toppin. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Unloads. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. George has got 16 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Great dime by Halliburton. Remember, he's led the league in assists.
And always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. The Pacers in 5th.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
Back to DiVincenzo. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
No question about it. DiVincenzo has found his rhythm tonight, making it look easy on offense.
Siakam outside. George for 3. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam. Siakam's got assist number 5 here tonight. Timberwolves trail by 19. Ball outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Not his best night and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Keels has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton loves to pass, but he's not chasing assists. He said, quote, I just try to play the right brand of basketball. I like to see the ball moving. I kick it ahead. I'm just playing through the flow of the game. Assists just happen with the way I play. Back to you.
He spreads it around. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Now here's Halliburton. He's got 10. Here's George. Another one falls for Indiana.
Boy, he's had a solid performance at the offensive end. Rock solid, providing that stability.
There's a screen to the inside. It's tipped. Zubac with the steal to the middle. And the jam by George.
Look, in deference to his age, he's not going to throw it down like he used to, but PG can still rock that rim.
Now here's Ball. He's got 13. The 3. Keels gets the bucket. Keels has got 17 points.
You know, he's doing whatever he wants on offense in this one.
Give him the ball, get out of the way, and let him play.
And Halliburton with the basket and the assist by Toppin. Toppin's got 3 assists in the game. The 2025 playoffs had some incredible comebacks, Clark. Indiana had some all-timers.
That was absolutely unreal. The excitement, the drama, the close finishes. I mean, unbelievable. How about these wins for the Pacers? Down by 7 with less than 40 seconds against the Bucks. Got it done. Also trailed by 7 with under a minute versus the Cavs. Won that one. And losing by 9 in the last minute against the Knicks and came through again with a win. And even in the finals, they made some miraculous comeback wins against OKC. Had at least one miraculous comeback win. So an amazing clutch playoff performance by the Indiana Pacers.
Here's Keels. He's got 17. The kick out to Ball. Just 5 on the clock. Keels the pass to Ball. From the line. Keels misses. And so George will bring it up for Indiana. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at Dallas. They'll match up against the Mavericks. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on. Here's Keels. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Indiana with a rebound. George has got 6 rebounds in the game. Halliburton on the wing. Pass to Toppin. Back to Halliburton. Shoots over Ball. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
Operating from mid-range. That's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Keels the pass to Ball. Fires the 3. Sends it home from 3-point land. Ball's got 16 points now.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Indiana making a switch here. There's 1:40 left in the third quarter. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Walker finds George. On target from range. George has got 15 points in just the second half.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Right wing. Pass to Edwards. Here's Keels. He's got 17. Just 4 to shoot. 17-foot shot on the way. Nembhard outside. Here's George. And the layup falls. George has got 28.
Leading the charge. What a huge quarter for him.
The 3 from Ball. It's rebounded by George. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. One thing about Andrew Nembhard, you appreciate the passion he plays with, Clark.
Yeah, I love his toughness. I mean, he just is unflappable. He's persistent at the defensive end, plays at his own pace, unafraid of the big moments, makes big plays and shots. I mean, you can see and feel his fire, even though he's not overly demonstrative in how he does what he does.
Here's Keels. Pass to Shannon. The 3 from Ball. Pure from 3-point range. Ball's got 6 in the quarter.
He will not think twice about letting it fly if Ball gets a look that he likes.
Indiana making a switch here. Siakam's checked in. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Siakam. He's got 9. McConnell outside. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Alvarez. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
And I don't understand. Why is he going to the fadeaway? Just go straight up with it.
George with a steal. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Indiana Pacers. He was dominant this quarter, scoring in bunches. Back after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And Indiana looking at who they've got. McConnell and Nembhard are in the backcourt. Pascal Siakam out there with Toppin, and it's Alvarez in at the 5. The steal. Left side, Edwards. And that's a foul called on T.J. McConnell. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Toppin against Edwards. Over Toppin. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Indiana leading by 15. Pass to Alvarez. Toppin against DiVincenzo. Here's Alvarez. From the arc. No luck on that one.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Now here's Toppin. Beyond the arc. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got 7 assists in the game. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Let's go to the sideline, and here's some news about Tyrese Halliburton. Allie, what are they saying?
Thanks. I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Pacers. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. It's an injury that may have sidelined some players, but they've cleared him to return. I'm sure he'll be playing through some pain, but he'll try to get through it.
Allie, thanks for the info.
You know, for better or worse, life brings these kinds of challenges, and they aren't pleasant. We know he's up to it, though. He'll respond and move forward in a positive way.
Keels, the pass to Ball. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Count that bucket. Siakam's got 4 points in the quarter.
Fighting through the contact, Siakam. Tremendous finish around the rim.
They set the pick. Shannon. And another 3 from Minnesota.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Shot is good by Alvarez.
After 1-3 in the first half, there's his second right there.
Ball way outside. Keels. It's good on the putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
And here's McConnell. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Keels, guarded by Toppin. Out to DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Edwards for 3. Siakam pulls down the board. Siakam's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to McConnell. Toppin outside. Here's Alvarez. Takes the 3. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
That's now his second three-pointer of the half and his third of the night.
There's a screen. The 3 from Ball. The rebound by Alvarez. Alvarez got 9 rebounds now. And here's Toppin from the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Shannon's got 4 rebounds now. Toppin with a steal. Pass to Alvarez. Inside. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Keels. Out to DiVincenzo. Edwards for 3. Here's Shannon. Keels, the pass to Ball. Minnesota again missing.
Really good shot contest there. It made it tough for the shooter.
Oh, they pick off the pass. Here's Keels, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet.
Exercising his authority.
Here's Toppin, following the score by Minnesota. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him. All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting five.
And, I think I'll go with two of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you have to have Kobe Bryant because of just how he reset the culture in 2008.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out." Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it.
Okay, thanks, Allie. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
Ooh, it doesn't go.
Trying to end this thing with some big threes, but the accuracy just isn't there tonight.
LaMelo! Yes, sir, with the three.
Well, you got to love how quick ball shot is. Doesn't take a lot of time to get himself squared up.
Pacers leading by 9. Now Halliburton. Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Oh, George with a steal. Outside Siakam. Top and outside. George fires. Can't get the three. And for Minnesota, they're shooting the rock well at 46%. DiVincenzo, the triple drops.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
Well, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Now here's Halliburton.
We've seen Halliburton be elite for stretches in his career. Not at that level every night, but he's working on being more consistent, and I don't think it's far off for him.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting an even 50% since the fourth quarter got underway. Now Bull from downtown. Yet another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Toppin. No good from 3.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Outside ball for 3. Zubac pulls it down. A basket here would give them some breathing room.
Slow down, no need to hurry. Take the best shot available.
Now Halliburton. Halliburton draws the double. 4 on the clock. The 3 is in.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
Timeout called, the Timberwolves. They're down by 8. All right, guys, what's your take?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
Maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Siakam there for the rebound. So Indiana wins it. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused in.
Hey there, I'm here with Pascal.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg.
Morales